Good morning. I'll be sharing today how brain-based learning supports differentiation and engagement, especially at that secondary level. This information is available all for all content areas, but I'll be highlighting some examples from English 1. Just a quick introduction. My name is Ashley Huckabee. I'm a secondary educator at Campus C9. I have my email there in case anybody needs to get a hold of me. This information that's going to be given today is intended for both administrators and teachers. Ninth grade is a critical transition year where students show that wide variation in academic readiness, motivation, and functioning. These brain-based strategies will help address those differences in a proactive way. Brain-based learning is all about aligning our instruction and how students actually learn. Research shows that attention, emotion, and memory are deeply connected. When students feel safe, interested, and supportive, their brains are more receptive to learning. If that cognitive load is too high, especially for adolescents, learning can shut down rather than stick with them. And it's important, especially at this secondary level, that we are able to connect with our students, going from that elementary mindset to our secondary credit high school mindset. Differentiation is not about lowering our expectations at all. In fact, research shows that our adolescent brains develop at different rates, especially in areas like working memory and self-regulation, according to Tacoma. Differentiation allows us to provide access to that rigorous content while maintaining those high expectations. When we scaffold intentionally and we reduce that cognitive overload, our students' ability to engage meaningful increases with that grade content standards. Let's talk about some more strategies. Our strategies number 1, scaffolding. This supports that working memory and it reduces that cognitive overload, which is critical for our ninth graders. Tacoma also explains that scaffolding allows students to focus on learning the skill itself rather than becoming overwhelmed with the task of the complexity. Another thing that can really help with this is when we provide choice. When the students feel like they have a choice in what they are doing and how they're doing it, it strengthens that attention and retention. Another differentiation strategies is flexible grouping. This allows teachers to respond to student data without tracking or labeling. That's the last thing that we want to do to our students. Groups can change based on skill, task, or even readiness. If we offer those multiple accommodations, those visual, verbal, hands-on learning, it goes along and aligns with how the adolescent brains process information directly and supports, again, that grade level content. Let's talk about student engagement. Engagement includes that cognitive, emotional, and behavioral involvement. Brain research shows that more students are emotionally invested and actively thinking, that memory systems are more likely to activate and lead to that stronger retention. We have to help our ninth graders connect to what they're learning and feel the importance of it. Let's go over some strategies. Some strategies that can work is when getting our students engaged. When they're engaged, learning feels more relevant and meaningful. When we provide choice and connecting content to real-world issues or student identity, that increases that motivation and persistence, especially ninth grade. We have to help them understand that what they're learning now is not just for now, but it's for that future. Willis suggests some strategies such as having students respond in some way, like making predictions, asking questions, or evaluating information. And this in turn forces the brain to engage and reinforces that attention. Another engagement strategy is active listening. This requires the students to process, apply, and discuss content rather than just passively receiving it from the teachers. When we have discussion, inquiry, and project-based learning, this strengthens that neural connection and deepens the understanding across the subject area. When we have visual cues and indirect signals, as Willis has noted before, it helps students focus on that priority content and reduce that cognitive overload while maintaining engagement. This is extremely important, and from my experience, those project-based assignments have always been a huge hit. Impact on ninth grade. When differentiation and engagement are implied consistently and purposefully, schools can see that improved motivation, achievement, and classroom culture, and that is what we want and what we look for every year. This is from the administrative perspective to the teachers. These practices directly support that equality, that retention, and that college and career readiness, and that's what we're prepping our students for. Some key takeaways from today. The key takeaway is that brain-based learning benefits all students. It doesn't matter who it benefits all of them. Differentiation provides access, engagement, it drives the learning, and together they create responsive and adequate classroom content across all areas. And that is what we are looking for in our students. Just a quick look, these are all the references that I used today to put this together. If you want to dive in on your own and learn a little bit extra, feel free to reach out to me as well. Thank you. Bye.